spoke to someone that I was mentoring, and they were asking, like, well, what is it that they want? What is it that the ancestors want at this point? Like, is it, and they were leaning towards something tangible. And I had to explain to them, like, listen, it's not anything tangible at this point where you are concerned. Some of us have a harder walk than others. If you come from a line, and I'm talking about a family line, a bloodline of people that have had a lot of hardships. Took your advice from the last time you pulled on my baby hairs and has been charged. Listen, I just snatch them, they gonna grow back. As long as you do what you're supposed to. Listen, we know what we're supposed to be doing, right? If we come from families that have a lot of issues, and when I speak of issues, I mean alcohol and drug abuse, just not good character, a group of people that don't have the best of character. If you come from those that just weren't the best when it came to making decisions, if they were mentally ill in any way, if they had any type of issues, you know, you got people that got issues, right? You know, you have some ancestors that need more work than others. So if you come from a line where you have some that are elevated, and then you know you have a bunch that are off the rocker, and it's been an issue for you in your life to say that some things are, people love to throw around ancestral curses and generational curses and things of that nature. But you have to understand what a curse, what they mean by curse. No one physically did anything with their hands to curse you. No one went and did any workings or anything like that for your lineage to be cursed. The curse comes from the way that we were reared, the way that our people were stolen, the way that we lived in survival mode, the way that some of us never received love, the abuse, the drugs, the alcohol, those types of things. You have been the one to peek your head above the clouds a little bit, to find a lane to say, listen, I need to become more spiritual. I need to connect with my ancestors. There's something that's pulling on me and calling on me to do something, right? Some people have an easier walk where they don't have to fight or struggle so hard to maintain a spiritual mindset and maintain a spiritual lifestyle, right? Because it is a life. It is a change that must be made in order for you to progress in this world. So if you know that you have all of these adversaries, which are generational issues, and it's merely spirits and energies that have not had the proper guidance nor elevation pulling on you, that means that their frequency is not so high. You must maintain a high frequency at all times. You do not have the luxury of slipping below the frequency level because you have a higher calling. You have things that are set in your way already with your lineage. We haven't touched spiritual court. We haven't touched Orisha. We haven't touched we haven't touched anything except for what's living in our DNA, our bloodline, our family lineage, right? We'll call it a curse. No, it's not a curse. It is your job to elevate and vibrate at a frequency that forces those ancestors to raise. That is why it is harder for you to maintain a balanced spiritual mindset, a consistency level, a motivational level, because you never had that before. So nothing in your line is pushing you. You may have two ancestors back there that's fighting for you, while the rest of them are not. It is up to you to maintain a high level of vibration, a high frequency, everything from a place of love. If it's not with the permission of God, Olodumare, Olofi, the Most High, Buddha, whoever you calling him, I'm not doing it. You cannot come from a hustler's mentality and think that you can bring that over into spirituality. That does not work. Spirit is looking for you to draw a line in the sand, to better it, to better yourself, to better your life, to better your line, your lineage. What you do raises them. If you don't raise, they don't raise. If you stay low, they stay low. So when you hear that you got some ancestors, you can have elevated ancestors that's with the shits, okay? You want those. You don't want the low vibrating energies around you that's with the shits. I need you to be under the righteous hand of God still when you with the shits. He allows it, right? Not vengeance, justice, karma. He allows you to reap what you sow. So there is always a tide that turns within this world where you don't have to go low in order to kick somebody's ass. Elevated ancestors kick ass too. Please believe it and please understand it. They do it when it's warranted and when it's just. That's how you stay clean. That's how you don't get that back. That's how it is anointed. If the universe allows it to swing that way, because baby, a pendulum swings both ways. It's not always just in one direction. Justice always prevails if you are living righteously. No, God ain't never going to turn his cheek to the point where you're being dragged and you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing. Your mental is correct. Your vibration is correct. The way that you treat people is correct. Your thoughts are correct. The things that come off of your spirit, your mind, your body, and your soul is correct. It doesn't matter what somebody does to you. There is always a vein in which there's something that can be done about it. Okay? In my mind, I just heard spend time. I needed to hear this. Yes, you have got to spend the time. They must be elevated. You guys have got to elevate yourself in order to elevate them. And if you are coming from people that have issues, then it is up to you, baby. And you're being the one that's awoken because this is the time. The universe is allowing for it to be such for us. There has been a turn. There has been a leveling up. There has been an energy raise and an awakening that has gone on for quite some time now. And those of us that ancestors have been pushing for us to wake up have gotten the messages and have started to do the work. Now it's time for you to do more. You must change your mindset. I do not want to hear another person tell me that I am not focused. I am not motivated. Your motivation alone is for you to have a better life because nobody's life is without strife. That's motivation enough on it should be. If you have children, that your motivation should be for them to not endure half of the things that you've endured and or witnessed. I tell you guys things that I experienced. I tell you guys things from conversations that I've had because I understand that sometimes there's pushback. And you guys reach for everything and everyone under the sun and fail to understand how the importance of the ancestors, the reach of the ancestors, the scope of things that they are able and can do for you in this vein before reaching to Orisha, before reaching for Palo, before reaching for the 21 divisions, before reaching for the Loa, before reaching for any of these things. I go hard. My sister at Underneath the Blush made these t-shirts. If y'all want to get one, it's at Underneath the Blush. Ancestors first. You guys, they bang for you. They ride for you. They pop you, they spank you, they lead you, they guide you, they give you strength, they give you power, they give you a foundation, they give you grounding, they give you all of the knowledge of the things that they endured. They give you that mystic vision as well. It's not just the Madamas and the Gitanas, it is your ancestral line as well. Do you know how many people I read this week and we figuring out who's reading their tarot cards and it's wow ancestors. Not a Madama in sight, not a Gitana in sight. They like it's us. Who is it? Auntie and uncle. Who is it? Grandma and grandpa. Reading tarot cards, reading all your cards. You thinking you got this square, and it's not a big whole spiritual square. It is your ancestors back there that you don't know about because you haven't taken the time to figure out what they were doing. They were back there reading them tarot cards like nobody's business. So when I say that these cards are not just independent units of something to flip over, there is a spirit that is reading these cards, and it behooves you to learn who that spirit connection to be made with that energy, and thus allowing you to have that vision so that you are able to read people, read yourself, get the information and the knowledge for you to have a compass in this world, because that is what they do. They guide your steps. Don't ask for help, then how will those flex those muscles that we pray for their strength for, right? And I find a lot of us, myself included, don't ask for help when we feel low. We don't take it to the altar. The walk requires their counsel as well, not just saying thank you. Come on, Heal de Monte. Absolutely. I lean on you. Listen, when I tell you that you guys, if you're giving them the energy and you're building them as a family, because a lot of people don't understand what true family is, right? And because you haven't had the right kind of family, the loving, encompassing embrace of family, the lifting, the protection, the guidance, you believe that in death it is still that way, and it is not, because it was never meant to be that way in the first place. When I say it's time to come home, I mean that. It is time to come home. You're dead. It is a love like you never thought that you were able to get, because you unfortunately didn't experience it in life. But in death, they see the error of their ways. And so they are coming to you with all that they have to give at this point. Why? Because they regret the ball that they dropped. They regret the actions that have caused your life to be what it is. They regret that you don't know the things that you should know that would assist